All right, I just got to do one thing. I got to do it. Wow, wow, wow. You. All right. So I'm the daredevil, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about the Thor scientific method for solving problems. Pretty unlikely. But first, I need to introduce you to the character. He kind of looks like me, but it's not me. He's a normal old guy. His name's Bert Furnace. He works on heating and cooling units. He loves cargo pants. He keeps his receipts on one side. He loves cats. He'll take you to dinner, I think. But anyways, Bert's just a normal guy, and he's got a problem. And his problem is this dude, Freakin Randy. This dude doesn't abide by the laws that Bert does. Randy's doing karate moves whenever he can. You know, like, he's his own thing, right? And Randy likes to drive fast in his car, which is a super nice car, obviously. So Randy drives fast down Bert's block, and he doesn't care about Bert's rules and shit, you know? Like, he's like, I'm living by my own decree. And, you know, what most people would do, Bert's reaction, right? Speed bumps, right? That's kind of a pretty basic thing to do, but who likes speed bumps? And it could potentially pose some problems with Randy catching air, so he doesn't want to go that route. You know, and yelling at him, no way. You don't want to get karate chopped for that. So let's leave Bert alone for a second. I'm a motorcycle guy, right? I like to jump motorcycles. I like to build motorcycles. I like to even crash motorcycles, believe it or not. And if you break a motorcycle, you got to get in there and just start fixing the problem right away. You're not going to use the scientific method. I mean, who uses the scientific method to fix things, right? There's research, hypothesis, like, what is a hypothesis? All right. We're not doing that. Typical methods equal typical results. And I'm after, you guessed it, different results. Here's my method. It's a little bit different, and it's nonlinear. It's a little bit different. So there's your, there's your problem. Your first knee-jerk reaction is that speed bump, right? Like, it's the, let's just do this right now. I say, counter that first knee-jerk reaction and let that be the broth of your idea. Now, you're going to need some ingredients. You're going to add some time to it. You're going to crush up all the pieces in your head and rebuild it 1,000 times over. Take a nap, believe it or not. Just take a nap. Take some sleep. I mean, you figure out so much stuff in your sleep, you wouldn't even believe it. Add some new things to it. You know, while you're solving this problem, you're going to encounter some new things you never even thought about, and try those out with the problem. Tell your friends about it. Your friends sometimes have good advice, sometimes they don't. Review it. Just constantly, you know, you don't have to think about it all the time. Just take it out every once in a while and think about it. Even add some beers. I know that sounds crazy, but it changes the way you think, right? If you're always... So it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. But it changes the way you think about this problem, right? And then just throw it in the fridge. Let it marinate. Let it marinate till, you know, you have a picture of what this thing might be, how it's going to come together. And, you know, right before the deadline, you put those pieces together efficiently, and it gets, you know, it comes together and you get your solution. So here it is. In a nice, easy... This is the method. In a nice, easy to understand, you know, you're not going to the fridge. Work begins. F off, mister. I got some stuff going on here. Almost swore. You panic. You do a bunch of work super fast and for late night hours, and anybody who knows me knows that's the case. And then you hit your deadline. So I'm going to walk you guys through 3 problems that I either made for myself or encountered. I wanted to do the world's first loop on a motorcycle, right? I wanted to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. First reaction, Don't do what Mr. Matt McDuff did. Don't die. My knee-jerk reaction, secondary, mini-size it. Less travel time to fall, right? So, so I didn't think about it much. I built the loop, and, well, I did the loop. And this is the first ever attempt, 30 miles an hour. There was some learning involved, It turns out it's harder than most of you would think. It's a corkscrew, so process that in your head. And then, this is a very precise procedure, obviously. Thank you. There you go. The first ever motorcycle mini loop. I built the loop too, so that's another story. But I didn't get in the Guinness Book of World Records. Where did I land? Yep. Naturally. So here it is. Danger Aaron, give me the thumbs up. Look where the head was. Right in the center. Johnny Knoxville and celebratory burnout. Did I make it in the Guinness Book of World Record for that? Nah, didn't climb any mountains, sorry. That guy was way, way cooler than me. So, I still wanted to get in the Guinness Book of World Record. I know. I like to skateboard. I figured we made a small thing. Let's make a big thing. No, this isn't me. This isn't me. Yes, this is me. All right, I'm not a rollerblader, I'm a skateboarder, but we made the world's largest rollerblades. Look at that guy. Whoa! That's what I would have done if I saw that coming. Yep. First and last time I've ever rollerbladed. First time for everything, guys. Go big. All right. So maybe a little bit more serious. I still had this book notion in my head, right? And I like motorcycles. And I wanted to be in a book. I think I wanted to be in a book. Something like that. I don't know. So I decided to make a motorcycle book about a show that I put on, the One Motorcycle Show here in Portland. Thank you. If you guys have been, you know, it's good. It takes a lot of money to make a book. If anybody's ever tried to make a book, it's expensive. $50K is what we needed to make 2 books. With our Kickstarter, if you've ever done a Kickstarter, it's if you don't make your goal, you don't get anything. You get absolutely zilch. So with 10 hours to go, we had 45K, which is a pretty impressive thing. I will say this. What most people might go do, or I don't know, you know, whatever, like quick money, you need money, go to the pawn shop, right? But I don't want to sell anything. I like all the stuff I got. What I did? Jump the supporters, right? Like, makes sense, doesn't it? No, I asked everybody to tell their friends to, like, if they want to get jumped by me, to to support the Kickstarter, and we did it. We got to 63,000. Thank you. Yeah, I was even impressed by that. I didn't think it was possible. You got to look at this guy. Right there, Dad. Son's not even paying attention. He's like, Dad, what's Dad drop me into? Do you see him? All right. So, I think, yep, all right. Here it is. I didn't jump all the 460 people, but I jumped a good percentage of them. There's from the cockpit. Very cool. All right, back to Bert Furness. We remember this guy. He's got, you know, the receipts in the pocket, has a mustache, van. He'll take you to dinner. Cargo pants, free inspection. He's still got this dude in his life, right? Like, badass guy racing down his block. Is he gonna go get this thing? Do you guys want that in your front yard? He pushes himself, or push yourself, to think differently. Use the Tor method for problem solving, and bam. You might be asking, what the heck is this? BERTS custom cop car covers. Just slide that sucker over, your neighbor's car, probably broken down in the front yard. You got your own neighborhood patrol. And this is how I illustrate my problem-solving thing, cargo pants. So if I can leave you with anything, start that bonfire as big as you can get it and jump it. Thank you, guys.